Hi everyone, welcome back to Lesotho Nights YouTube chess channel. This is Nalene McPherson again. So I'm still continuing on analyzing the games played by Lesotho chess players in the Zone 4.5 Chess Olympia, not Olympia, sorry, Chess Championship. And today I'll be looking at the game of Sofonia Dibe. This was his first tournament, big tournament playing for Lesotho. So yeah, it was quite a good experience for him. And apart from making it to his first big tournament, Sofonia DB has asked me to announce his great news. So he has successfully launched a chess news site called Global Chess News, and this is what I'm going to do. I'll put the link right here in the group. I mean, in the video description, you'll find the link to his site there. So you should go there and have a look. But before I go to his game, let me just quickly go through this site. So this is his site. You'll find stories, good stories there, interesting stories about upcoming players and their success stories and when they started playing chess. Right here we have him, Sofonia Dibe. This is him sharing his story. And then there are stories of too many players right here, so I cannot go through all of that, but you guys can just go on your own. It's very interesting. I also saw myself here. Yeah, the last time he interviewed me, he told me that he's working on this, so I was just there waiting to see his great work, and now it's finally out. But you guys can just go there and find stories. Let me just not go through it for the sake of time. Let me just quickly go through his game. So the following game is against Sofonia DB and the candidate Master Chilozo Chipanga. Yes, CM Chileto is from Malawi. Yes, he's from Malawi. And he's one of the great players there in Malawi. So this was quite a good experience for DB as it was his first time playing this kind of strong players. So right here we have DB playing white pieces and sorry, CM Chileto playing black pieces. And then we have them starting with c4 and c5, which is known as the English opening symmetrical defense. Yes, so this opening, we are expecting both players to be positionally aggressive. I'll just quickly go through the opening without wasting more time, because the opening I have explained it, what the opening is about in my previous videos, so I'll just quickly go through it right now, but I'll make comments on moves that I think I need to explain a little or make a comment on. So right now we have Sofonia playing e3. I think right here e3 settles DB through intentions as he opts to reserve his dark square bishop and use his other minor pieces to control the center. Yeah, and also maybe he'll play d4 as his main breakthrough move when time goes by. Yeah, in his middle game. So I'll just quickly go through this. We have them both castling and protecting their kings, which is the other main thing that I explained about the opening in the previous videos. And now we have exchange of pieces. So here's an interesting move. We have his opponent playing rook h6. Rook h6. I think right here, whilst the both players hesitated to put pressure on the center, black decided to play this move, which I don't see why, because I think this move is not ideal for now. And then his rook is just going to rest there and not do anything that big for now, I think. So that rook h6, it didn't have any support because all the other pieces were blocked from their paths. So maybe this was a good I mean, a nice little advantage for DB to make since Black decided to take his rook out of the game for now. Maybe DB could have maybe looked for something to play that can just be too much for Black to handle, and his rook not being able to help since he played it there. We have d4 being played, like I said, as his main breakthrough, and then his bishop, dark square bishop, coming out. So we have d4 and then d5. Okay, let me just quickly go through the game and I'll make comments where I think it's necessary. Now we have DB pushing his queenside pawns. He's trying to open up a file for himself. Yeah, what I thought he's trying to do. So right now we have him playing his rook on a6. So in this position, after a few sequences of moves, we see a position where Black's rook right here on h6 is totally inactive, whilst White controls the only open file, this one, the A file. We have White controlling it and giving him a massive advantage as he is able to launch a strong attack because he can just play his rook right here on this square, right here, and then have his two rooks doubled up and making that strong advantage, strong attack advantage. So now just go to where the game is ending so that I don't make this video too long trying to explain one thing. We have DB trying by all means to fight for the 7th rank. Yeah, finally, now we have him in the 7th rank. And then here's the interesting part of this position. We have this move being played. So now DB, it looks like DB got worried about this rook, which I don't know why, because this rook, it's not that dangerous to him for yet. So he had managed to launch a strong attack on both, with both his rooks on the 7th rank right here, and his only job was to keep pressure on this square because that's, I think him playing his rooks on this rank, it was because he wanted to keep pressure on the g7 square since the king's just right here too on h7. So he needed to keep pressure on that, which I think the move he could have played was queen b2, just to keep the pressure here, was queen b2. But instead he got really scared of this rook, and then he didn't see a fork coming his way, or maybe he saw it but just forgot about it because he found that rook really disturbing. So he decided to play knight h4, and then a fork came. So I think this is where he lost hope in this game because he was not having it good at all. He was totally losing, I think, right now. So the game just continued, and there was no use now because he has his two rooks waiting to attack here, but then his opponent had a rook protecting there, so he cannot do anything about it, and a very active queen, whilst his rooks are just here trying to attack. So this was game over for him, and this is what happened. He had his check, and then he just played king f1, and there was a mate, coming up, a mate in one. We have a like he's the queen who just play right here, and then that's game over for the. So that's it with this game. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope that these videos that I'm making are useful to some players, and please do like the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new. It will really mean much to me. Thank you. Let's meet again on the next video.